helps me.
Yeah, I'd just like to make sure we got a good count.
Did they make a lot?
Usually we'll get at this session, depending on the year, but usually 3 to 4. Yeah.
That's the first time.
This is about half.
She thought we could buy off. And so I sent a message to that. I was like, no, you would have the time slot. So that was the time students you would have the time. So you would do it. And then she would, oh, I get it. And then she would fill it all out.
Let's see if you can see that in this one.
Where's it at?
It's in my office. I didn't want to let it go until, unless I handed it to you, but otherwise you tell me where you want it. Bring it with me.
Okay.
What time do you need it at?
Well, I have to be here for the Q&A until 5:15, and so then I'll go to the meal after that.
Well, I'll probably put the leases on this, that way there's no confusion as to where it might be.
Yep, that'll work.
So we bypass each other from our mother.
Okay.
More of a stage reading.
They're waiting.
On the very short, 30-second but they practice
The first schedule I had was
We're not having anybody show up.
No, I mean, even if they come at 9, then they'll wait.
Well, the door's probably going to be open.
Yeah. Especially I want to see them. I'm pretty sure I'm going home. Not wait until 9:30.
I don't know why this is okay. I would like to register for my classes. Yeah, otherwise you get off schedule. Well, sure. They're shorter on us.
Anything gets off schedule for the after.
They offer this like
I felt sorry.
They're doing their own personal tour.
And the CA's potential.
I mean, I have pushed information out to them multiple times about there was a change. I announced it. I pushed it again last night at midnight, so that that'd be the first thing to see when you got up. Who am I kidding? They were to go, but
Yeah.
If you don't act like it's doing it, then it won't come on. I wait, think it's just take a minute. And it never comes, and I repost it again, and it goes up. What the world's going on? But it's time to update that out. I don't know.
Good morning. We're Diversity Peer Educators, DPE.
We are promoters of diversity on Georgia College's campus.
Some of the ways that we do that are through workshops and presentations.
We do engagement with the student body on all sorts of community issues.
We're here with you today to welcome you to GCSU.
We're here to welcome you into the family you're going to be a part of for the next 4 or so years.
We're all brothers and sisters here.
all want to live in together.
My name is Janae Willis. I'm a sophomore sociology major here at GCSU. My hometown is Forsyth, Georgia of Monroe County. My mother is an alum of GCSU, which is why this is my first choice.
My name is Solomar Frias. I'm a senior community health ranger. I'm from Norcross, Georgia in Gwinnett County, and I'm the first in my family to attend a 4-year institution.
My name is DPE. I'm a sophomore mass communications major from LaGrange, Georgia, and I'm a bilingual first-generation American.
My name is Erin Breedlove, and I'm a senior psychology major. I'm from Fayetteville, Georgia, and I have a twin who's 2 minutes younger than me.
My name is Greer Sims. I'm a senior political science major. I'm from Douglas, Georgia, inside Coffee County, and my mother grew up in Milledgeville, so that's why I chose to go to Georgia College.
My name is Jermichael Williams. I'm a sophomore chemistry major. I'm from Sparta, Georgia. I am also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
Hey everybody, I'm Nisi, no last name. I'm the Diversity Peer Educator and Program Liaison, and I'm originally from the Chicagoland area, but I've been in Georgia for almost a decade. And I'm excited to be here. All right, class of 2017, now that you know a little bit about us, let's get a sense of who you are in this room. The way we're going to do that is we'll say a statement, and if it's true for you, please put your hand up. So to start,
I attended a small high school. If that's true for you, raise your hand.
Raise your hand if you attended a large high school.
Raise your hand if you attended a boarding school.
and as we do this, look around and see who's here. Put your hands up if
I would describe the place I'm from as rural.
I would describe the place I'm from as suburban.
I would describe the place I'm from as urban.
Where I'm from, there's a church on every corner.
Remember, you can put your hands up as many times as you'd like.
In high school, I was really involved in sports.
In the arts.
in academics outside of class.
I was involved in my religious community.
Raise your hand if you come from a small family.
Raise your hand if you come from a big family.
Where I come from, there's only one Walmart.
Where I'm from, we go to Walmart for fun.
Where I'm from, everyone is in everyone's business.
All right, thank you. Six things to know about GCSU.
Everyone has something to share and something to teach.
Everyone has their own story to tell.
You can have different types of friends.
The things you do will make you stand out more than what you look like.
Individuals are what make this university special.
It's okay to step outside the box.
6 questions to ask yourself as you meet new people.
What commonality do I have with this person?
Am I aware of this person's needs and beliefs as I communicate with them?
Am I seeing this person as a type or an individual?
Am I creating a safe space for open conversation?
Am I being open-minded?
Are my values present in the way I treat other people?
At some universities, this session will be called a diversity presentation.
We don't call it that because sometimes that word can feel confusing.
And what we're really saying is,
how do we build a safe and positive community together?
For everyone, regardless of what they look like, who they are, and what they believe.
An inclusive community pays attention to behaviors and attitudes that can create unsafe, uncomfortable, and even unkind situations.
We're here with you today to both welcome you and make sure that what happens on some college campuses never happens here.
When you first arrived at Georgia College, what's one thing you were excited about?
Being away from home.
making new friends,
Having a state of independence.
Having a chance to impact a greater number of people.
Not having to sneak out at night.
Networking, socially and professionally.
What's one thing you were nervous about?
Time management. I didn't want to flunk out.
Being away from home.
It was my first time being a minority within the community.
I wasn't really nervous about anything. I was ready to go.
I was nervous about moving to a small town.
I was nervous about leaving my parents.
What's something important about who you are that I cannot see when I meet you?
I have ambition.
I'm nice.
I'm an individual.
I'm different and not in the ways you may think.
I enjoy sports.
I go to church.
What is one thing I see when I meet you that should not define you?
The color of my skin.
My haircut, or lack thereof.
The way I dress.
The way I walk.
The way I talk.
The way I move.
What is one thing you have learned since arriving at GCSU about yourself, about other people, or both?
I learned about my differences from others.
I learned about my similarities to others.
I learned that it's okay to be who you are.
It's okay to have different kinds of friends.
All people want a chance to shine.
I learned about my heritage and its importance to me.
All right, y'all, so here's another round of seeing who's in the room, but this one is a little different. Put your hand up if the statement we say is true, which sometimes won't be a fact about you, but more about how you feel. So hands up if it's true or if you agree, and if it's not true, keep your hands down. Ready? Hands up if.
There was always an expectation that I would go to college.
So if that's true for you, you put your hands up.
I was one of the first in my family who went to college.
I speak a language other than English.
Put your hand up if you're looking forward to living with a stranger. If you're sitting next to your roommate, I hope they're raising their hands.
I'm excited about the freedom that being away from my parents offers me.
I think it's important to have a diverse group of friends.
Raise your hand if you think you're a good listener, if you're a good listener.
I like trying new experiences.
Hey y'all, I'm Greer. Welcome to college. It's so much better than high school. There are no detentions and no parents. You're going to meet some great people, go to some awesome parties, have amazing classes, and get to be a part of some really great experiences. You're going to have a blast. But keep in mind, you are going to get sick of the max, probably before the end of this weekend. You are going to fight with your roommate, whether it be because they left their hair in your shower drain, or they broke your Xbox, or some other bullshit. You're going to get woken up at 3 a.m. by someone coming home from karaoke, and you're going to be pissed, especially if you have an 8 a.m. calculus class. There are some great and not so great moments here. You'll have complicated issues in your academic and your social worlds. An obvious example is that right now, you're new. Some of the people you're sitting next to, you may never hang out with again after these first few weeks. But you will find your niche. But freshmen, please, while you're finding what will become your happy niche of your own, remember to not fight dirty, especially with your roommates. Sometimes you can't take things back. And remember to relax, be kind, and have fun.
Hi everyone, I'm Jermichael. Being that I'm from the Millersville area, transitioning to Georgia College wasn't a problem for me when it pertained to the local community. But campus life was very different. Because I attended a high school where there were only 3 students who were not African American, this was the first time that I recognized myself as a minority within the community. This caused me to shy away from campus life my first semester. By doing this, I missed out on a lot of fun activities. With that being said, even if you feel a little out of place here at the beginning of your time at GCSU, I would like to encourage each of you to dive in head first and embrace your new college community. Georgia College is a place where you can fit in.
I was standing at the shuttle stop one day, waiting, and this girl turns to me and she says, "Can you wear makeup?" And I said yes, because I thought she was, asking me for some help or some advice or something like that. So she says to me, "Then why don't you?" And she turns away. There's people there standing around waiting. It's a group of people, and everyone hears, but no one says anything. I'm standing there sort of dumbfounded. People have been cruel to me before, but in this moment, it was just sort of crazy in its meanness.
It was just sort of crazy in its meanness.
And you just stood there?
What was I I supposed to do?
This was at the shuttle stop today?
Yeah.
You should have said something.
What? What was I supposed to say?
Hey, don't talk to her like that.
Why is it my business?
How is it not your business? What if someone was a dick to me in public?
You know, I'll always have your back, but I don't know those girls.
What, you can't have a stranger's back?
You get involved where you don't belong. That's how fights start.
You make everyone feel like they belong. That's how a community starts.
It happens so fast. It's easy for you to judge me now.
I'm not judging.
Yeah, you are. What you're doing right now is the definition of judging.
All I'm saying is, if I was there, I would have said something. And I think if I was there, you might have said something too.
You know what I think I wanted in that moment?
What?
I think I wanted someone to say, hey, I saw that. That was pretty awful, and I'm sorry that happened.
That would have been enough?
I don't know, maybe. But I haven't had a lot of heroes jumping out of the bushes to save the day experiences in public settings.
What if someone had said to that girl,
Hey, I heard what you said to her. Not cool. You have no right to treat her or anyone else that way. I really think you should apologize to her, and I bet I'm not the only person here who thinks so.
how would that have felt?
It would have felt good, I guess. But the truth is, I'm not sure it would have affected her. She might have done something like that again to someone else.
So it's not the apology you're after?
It's change. I want change. Generosity, respect, and change.
I arrived here as a freshman confident and certain in my own values.
All right, y'all, one more time. Hands up if the statements you hear are true or if you agree. Hands down if it's not true. So hands up if.
I arrived here as a freshman confident and certain in my own values.
My beliefs and values are very similar to those of my parents.
I follow or am interested in politics.
I have been involved in activist causes.
I'm a person who stands up when I see wrongdoing.
Raise your hand if you believe that people act differently in groups than they do alone.
I feel like college will give me the opportunity to grow as an individual and challenge what I know.
This next thing is called
How to be yourself in 30 seconds. Go.
Judge Jamalco, you ready to go, man?
Hell no, boy, I'm straight.
Why not, man?
Man, you can do what you want to do. I'm gonna stay here.
Man, stop tripping. Let's go
Man,
see bitches.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Why you gotta call them that? Why
What
you
does it
can't
matter?
say
I'm not saying
man,
it's
it's
in
10
space.
something in the morning, man. I ain't going nowhere.
Stop being a faggot, dude.
Man,
Let's
see, that's
go.
what I'm back. What they mean? What they supposed to
Man,
mean?
you know you want to go.
Man,
Let's go.
Man, well, do what you want to do. You do you. I'm gonna do me. I'm staying here. You can go.
Stop.
Hi, everyone. I'm Solomon. Welcome to college. We're all here. Why not make it the best time of our lives, right? Why conform to the norms that we perceive to be true? Because whoever said perceptions are everything wasn't lying, but they forgot to mention that perceptions can be wrong. You may be sitting next to someone who is completely different from you. For example, someone who looks nothing like you. When I was a freshman sitting where you are today, here are some things I wanted to say to the person sitting next to me. I'm different, but not because I'm a colored face for you to look at. I am an independent woman, or as independent as I can be. I am random and I am opinionated. I will burst out in Spanish and you will more than likely not know what I'm talking about. I can't say some words in English, and that's perfectly fine because I am who I am, and I'm comfortable with that. I just need you to respect me as a person, as someone you go to school with. Someone who is sarcastic and also outgoing, but also introverted. I wanted to say these things because I wanted you to understand that being different is okay. If you want to hang out with a different group every day, it's okay. I do it all the time. But I want you to try everything once, and if you don't like it, don't do it again. This place is a platform for you to get to know yourself better and others, without it being just about appearances. Grab hold.
I'm Zai. When you look at the six of us, and then you look at me, you think I'm the token white guy. But I'm not. I look like one thing, but in fact I'm something else. I am different, and I believe that is important. The people sitting in this room are the people you're going to be around for the next 4 years. It is important to get to know as many of them as you can, no matter the differences. Whether your friends are Catholic, Muslim, Christian, black, white, Asian, or an exotic mix, they're still people that you can be lifelong friends with. Take time to get to know as many people as you can in as many different settings as possible. Friends will be with you for a long time, so don't limit your options. It is important to know one another and understand each other in order to grow together as a community and as a family. But most importantly, it is essential to love everyone equally, no matter what.
So I walk into class one morning, and I walk past this girl in the front of the room, and she gives me the look. Yeah, like that. So I walk to the back of the room, and I'm talking with a couple of guys I know from another class, when all of a sudden, the girl from the front of the room turns around and calls out,
Hey, are you a girl or a boy?
She calls it out over everyone, across the whole room. So of course, everyone turns and looks at me, and I say,
I'm a chick.
and she gives me another look, turns back around, and that's it. It was awkward and just rude.
You mean because it was none of her business?
No, more because, why do you have to make a scene about it? You can ask me if you want, but you don't have to.
Did it make you feel bad?
I didn't feel bad. I just felt that she could have treated me with a little more respect in that moment. She could have been thoughtful about another person that she didn't know in a public setting, you know?
Hey, I'm Nisi. I have quite an interesting role here. I'm a student and a staff member. So this conversation about respecting each other and how we want to be respected, I totally get it. Balancing my professional role with my more liberating role as a student, I can actually add to this discussion. Our campus is not just about you and your peers. Our community, our family, includes faculty, staff, and people who live in Milledgeville. People who are similar to you, people who may seem different from you, and everything in between. Basically, I'm saying we're trying to build a community together that's thoughtful and respectful in every interaction and in every space. And that takes work on all our parts.
One day, I was downtown near Barbaritos walking towards campus. It was broad daylight and there were people all around.
When I saw a lady and her little boy walking toward me,
As they get closer,
the lady seems to pull the boy to her just a little.
the closer they get,
The more she pulls him in.
I noticed this happening. I noticed the woman coming afraid of me, step by step, because of what she sees when she looks at me. She is afraid.
She turns around and quickly walks the other way.
What about me says danger? Nothing in my mind, my heart, and every piece of me poses a threat to this total stranger. It's okay if she doesn't want to walk near me. It's okay if she's scared. But what about me makes her scared?
I'm Erin, and yes, I walk funny. Yes, I realize that. But no, you don't know why. But you shouldn't be afraid to ask questions. Because yes, there's a reason. And yes, I know you're curious. But I don't have time to run through a complete medical history. You shouldn't be satisfied with just knowing that I'm different. I've heard misinformed questions. I've seen blatant, ignorant stares. But you shouldn't be the one to stare. You shouldn't be expected to know the appropriate questions to ask. You should be the one to ask what's going on. Because yes, I'll share my story with you. No, you won't understand right away, but I'd prefer if you'd just ask anyway.
Hi, I'm Janae. This is my time to talk to you. I don't have a story, but I do have a list. 1, create a positive attitude, which will in turn create a positive atmosphere for others around you. 2, be a friend to the friendless and have hope for the hopeless. 3, willingly meet new people and be welcoming to others. 4, step outside of your comfort zone. 5, don't feel the need to overpower others. Allow others to voice their opinions. 6, try to place yourself in other people's shoes. 7, be a good listener. 8, show that you care and have interest in what a peer or professor is saying. 9, open your mind to learn new concepts and outlooks from a diverse group of people. And 10, be mindful and respectful of others' beliefs.
What would make you feel like we lived in a campus community you always wished for?
If I could walk down the street holding hands with someone of a different race and not be stared at.
I think it would be perfect if I could walk down the street and a family passes me, smiles, and says hello.
If I walked up to an intramural coach and I said, I want to be on this team, and he said, great, let's make it happen.
If I could hold my girlfriend's hand anywhere, anytime, it'd be okay.
If I could speak Spanish in public and not be looked at funny.
If people didn't make assumptions about who I am or where I'm from based on what I look like. Welcome to the GC family.
And that concludes our presentation. If y'all have any questions for us or about resources or about DPE, you can make your way to the front of the stage. And if not, enjoy Week of Welcome. Thank you for coming.
I didn't have anything to do with it. They did great, didn't they? It was fantastic. It was excellent.
I thought they did really, really well.
Yes.
A lot of points, a lot of.
Yeah. They did
I think they made these guys think.
Yeah. Perfect.
They had their attention. It's good. Excellent.
Well, Michael is amazing. He is the nation's specialist. Yeah.
Really captured.
Yeah.
And you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, and when it jumps to another person, it keeps you going throughout the whole process. It's really cool.
Yeah. That was excellent.
Yes, she will. Look at all the art they give. Yay! Hey! I told them. Well, no problem. But that's a good Yes, will be the thing. Good. We used to do a program here called RAD, Rate Regression Defense. And it was probably the most empowering program for women. And you're going to want to come to the program. Can I kiss you, by the way? Because he speaks and talks about many things.